To thrive in your 50s and beyond, steering clear of slips and falls is a must. To uncover crucial insights on balance and weave them into your home workouts, then join me on this episode of My Exercise Guide podcast as I guide you through optimal ways to nail balance exercises at home. Let's go. You're listening to My Exercise Guide podcast. Tune in each and every week to get honest, practical tips and advice that help you stay on track with your fitness routine. And now, here's your host, David J. Hagger. Welcome. You're listening to episode number 3 of the My Exercise Guide podcast. I'm your host, David J. Hagger, and today we're going to look at unlocking the key to balance. But before we get started, I'd like to encourage you to email me at dave@davehagger.com.au with any topic requests or questions. Your input shapes the content of this podcast, and I'm super interested and keen in knowing what you want to hear about. If you like what you hear, then please help me grow the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing my episodes. Okay, back to today's topic, the key to balance. Let's explore how this works in our bodies. Balancing is a marvel your body performs effortlessly, thanks to a complex process involving your inner ears, eyes, and muscles. Inside your ears, there are tiny structures called the vestibular system. Think of them as your body's command center for balance. They detect changes in your head's position, ensuring you always know which way is up. Your eyes play a crucial role in providing visual cues. They help confirm what your inner ears are sensing. Try closing your eyes while standing, and you'll feel the difference. That's your eyes aiding your balance. Now let's talk about your muscles, especially those in your legs and core. They act like silent superheroes, constantly making micro adjustments to keep you steady. Imagine them as the invisible strings keeping a puppeteer's creation balanced. And last but not least, your feet are the foundation. The intricate sensors in your feet communicate with the brain, helping it understand the surface that you're standing on. They provide critical information for your body to adjust and maintain equilibrium. So let's have a closer look at how it all comes together. Picture this. You're walking on an uneven surface, and your inner ears detect the shift in your position. Your eyes confirm that it's a little rocky, and your muscles, especially those in your legs, make lightning fast adjustments. Simultaneously, your feet send signals to your brain about the surface beneath, completing a synchronized ballet of information. In layman's terms, your body is an orchestra with different sections, ears, eyes, muscles, and feet, playing harmoniously to ensure that you stay upright and balanced. It's a remarkable collaboration of senses and movements that happens automatically, allowing you to navigate the world with stability. The foundation of successful walking and staying upright lies in an often underestimated part of our body, the ankles. In fact, it's not only the ankles, but the intricate interplay between the ankles, feet, toes, and our brain that determines how well we move on our feet. Let's explore why mastering control over our feet is essential, particularly for achieving and maintaining good balance. So effective exercise starts from the ground up, literally. The ankles, feet and toes are more than just physical components. They are the messengers in a two-way conversation with our brain. If we can't control our feet well, the prospect of achieving good balance diminishes. The key lies in practicing simple coordination exercises, even while sitting down, to synchronize and calibrate the crucial connection between our feet and our brain. Attempting balance exercises that are too challenging can have detrimental effects. It leads to a loss of confidence and hinders overall abilities. The ideal exercise should feel slightly uncomfortable, creating a controlled wobble without risking falls. Starting in a relatively easy place and then gradually increasing difficulty allows the central nervous system and the body to adapt together, fostering the confidence needed for progress. Confidence is a cornerstone of successful exercise, especially in a balance-related activity. The gradual approach involves starting with a comfortable stance and progressively making it harder over time. This not only allows the body to adapt, but also provides the crucial time needed for confidence to grow. Now, there are two strategic ways to make balance exercises more challenging. Firstly, by changing the stability at the feet, starting with a simple shoulder width stance, moving then towards a tandem stance, and eventually attempting a one-leg stance. Secondly, intentionally upsetting balance at the brain processing level through dynamic movements and mental tasks. So understanding these strategies is crucial as it helps identify vulnerable moments when balance might fail. Our brain, much like a computer, has limits. So multitasking, especially during activities like walking and talking, can strain the brain's ability to maintain balance. This vulnerability often leads to accidents. Recognizing these scenarios is vital for injury prevention and overall well-being. Incorporating balance exercises into everyday life doesn't have to be complicated. The piggyback method offers a practical solution. A few simple exercises in the kitchen while waiting for the kettle to boil can be remarkably effective. This approach seamlessly integrates fitness into daily routines, making exercise accessible and beneficial. So let's run through a balance exercise right now, and I'll point out where some of the points we've discussed already will come into play. The most simple balance exercise of all, and the one you should definitely start with, is simply standing on 2 feet. It sounds easy, doesn't it? Well, let's have a go. Some people find this incredibly easy and some not so. The point is that you should start at a basic level and increase the difficulty of the exercise as you feel you can. A good place to practice this balance exercise is in the corner of the kitchen, where the 2 bench tops meet. Put your back in the corner without touching the counter with your body. Have your hands hovering just an inch or so above the counter but not touching, and stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Now you're in a good position to try some balance. If you feel unsteady, then all you have to do is move your fingers and you are holding onto the top for support again. If you feel particularly anxious about trying this exercise, try putting a chair with the back of it in front of you so you surround yourself with options to hold on to if you might need them. I want to highlight right now just how important it is when you do any type of balance exercise that you must feel comfortable and not worried about falling. Balance is a skill which we are teaching to get better. However, we don't learn anything at all when we're in a state of fear. Most people will find that when they attempt this, how I've described, that they won't feel too unbalanced, maybe just a slight wobble to the left or the right. If that's the case, then it's time to make the exercise a little more challenging. And to do that with the feet, we start to close the feet closer together to increase the difficulty. So you can progress to a partial and then what we call a full tandem stance if you feel comfortable doing this. Only introduce a one-leg stance once you can really do that tandem stance. You can also try the idea of multitasking. So you can test dynamic balance by incorporating what we call head and trunk movements. So that's things like just looking straight ahead, but then starting to look left and right with the eyes, and then maybe looking with the head, moving the head and the neck left and right, and then progressing on to moving the shoulders and the whole body at the same time. You can also introduce mental tasks like spelling words backwards or doing maths challenges like mental arithmetic. So multitasking challenges with the brain, they mirror real life situations where balance can be compromised. So more challenging exercises that you can move on to, as we mentioned earlier, you can do the single leg stands. You can also try the heel to toe walk. This is traditionally a favourite exercise given by many physiotherapists. However, I find it to be a little unnatural in the way that you walk, and far too many people manage to trip over their own feet rather than getting better at balance. Therefore, I prefer to perform this exercise with the feet in what we call like a close parallel position. So you're not putting one foot completely in front of the other one, so you don't have that trip hazard. This still creates instability without the dangers of tripping over your own feet. Another thing you can try is Tai Chi, which is the ancient Chinese practice. It combines slow, flowing movements with deep breathing, and it's been shown throughout history to enhance balance, flexibility, and muscle strength. So, recognizing the pivotal role of ankles and understanding the nuances of balance exercises and adopting a gradual, confidence building approach are essential steps towards a safer and more effective exercise routine if your goal is balance. The journey to fitness begins from the ground up, and mastering the art of balance is a foundational key to unlocking your full physical potential. Thanks for joining me on another episode of My Exercise Guy. If you enjoyed today's insights, don't keep it to yourself. Share the podcast with your friends and family. Together we can create a community that uplifts and motivates each other on this path to wellness. Remember to hit that subscribe button and so you never miss an episode. Your support fuels the podcast and ensures we keep delivering valuable content tailored to those in their 50s, 60s and 70s. If you have a moment, please leave a review. Your feedback really is gold and it guides me in providing the content that you love. So stay consistent, stay healthy and stay vibrant. Until our next episode, this is David J. Hagger signing off from My Exercise Guy.